The loft appeared in the New Testament as the place at where the Paraclete presented and the church and movement for Jesus Christ started. However, the loft, aka darakbang World Evangelization Association, is quite different from the loft described in the Bible. Darakbang evangelism movement of Mr. Kwangsu Ryu has been classified as a cult and/or heresy organization by several denominations: the Presbyterian Church of Korea Koryo, the Koshin Presbyterian Church in Korea Koshin, the Presbyterian Church of Korea Tonghap, the General Assembly of Presbyterian Church of Korea Hapdong, Korea Evangelical Holiness Church, the Korea Baptist Convention, the Korean Methodist Church, etc. Why is it classified as a cult and heresy? Who is Mr. Kwangsu Ryu? Mr. Kwangsu Ryu, the founder of World Evangelization Association, represented by Kwangsu Ryu, Darakbang, was born in Sangnam Mayan, Muryang-si, Yeongsangnam-do, Republic of Korea in October 1951. He attended at the Ilshan Church, located at Sujungdong, Busan, of which denomination is the General Assembly of Presbyterian Church of Korea Hapdong, hereinafter referred to as the General Assembly. During the period from 1978 to 1985, he attended at Koshin University and Chongshin University and his major was theology. After graduation, he was ordained as a minister in the Busan Presbytery. During his work in Busan Dongsung Church as a curate, he was appointed as a minister of the Busan Dongsum Church. At that time, Mr. Ryu began in earnest his darakbang movement, hereinafter referred to as darakbang evangelism movement. The number of followers belonged to Mr. Ryu's church increased, but he was officially dismissed from the position of minister by Busan Presbytery because of his darakbang doctrines and his ethical problems in the 133th Presbytery meeting and first special meeting of Presbytery. Mr. Ryu joined another denomination called the Koshin Presbyterian Church in Korea Koshin and South Busan Presbytery, right after his dismissal from the Busan Presbytery, but his membership in the Koshin Presbyterian Church in Korea and South Busan Presbytery soon became void for same reasons. He appealed against his dismissal to the Busan Presbytery in the General Assembly. The General Assembly composed Committee for Prevention and Investigation against Darakbang's expansion, and started detailed research for darakbang evangelism movement. In the 81st General Meeting of the General Assembly, Mr. Ryu's darakbang has been decided as a heresy. The most denominations, such as Presbyterian, Methodist, Holiness, and Baptist, have decided that the darakbang evangelism movement is a heresy or cult, and strictly prohibited their own ministers from attending at this movement. Mr. Ryu decided as a leader of heresy and/or cult by many denominations established, the Presbyterian Church of Korea, Evangelization Assembly, in 1997 and has been systematically developing his darakbang evangelism movement since then. Mr. Ryu and his darakbang evangelism movement have entered into a denomination called as the Revolutionary Presbyterian Church in Korea, hereinafter referred to as RPCK, and it is known that there are about 500 darakbang churches at present. What does the darakbang insist? Mr. Ryu defines darakbang evangelism movement as a Bible study for followers who believe that there is God's plan and purpose at where we are and who will propagate their belief to the target areas. 1. Darakbang evangelism movement. The main criticism about the darakbang evangelism movement is that this movement actually spreads Mr. Ryu's wrong interpretation as to the Bible. According to the research report on Mr. Ryu's darakbang evangelism movement written by the General Assembly published in the 81st General Meeting 1995, this movement changes existing Christians to a secret agent of the darakbang evangelism movement, and this causes serious problem to the ecclesiology of such Christians exposed to the darakbang doctrines. And, the training provided by darakbang may mislead Christians into wrongful soteriology, but also, it may cause serious conflict between existing Christians and darakbang followers. 2. Magwi Sasong. Mr. Ryu interprets the history of salvation as a confrontation with demons. It is wrong. According to the research report of the Presbyterian Church of Korea Koryo, published in the 45th General Meeting, 1995, Mr. Ryu's theology is non-revolutionary, anti-gospel, and unbalanced, and his doctrine focuses on experiences and evidences, and it is a demonology and/or theology of demon casting which explains human beings' sins and salvation based on the Satan, demon and ghost. Professor Yong-Kyu Park of Chongshin University criticized Mr. Ryu's doctrines in his journal entitled Criticism on Darakbang Evangelism Movement of Kwangsu Ryu, published in the Theological Review 2005 Spring Edition. In his journal, Professor Park argued that Kwangsu Ryu is influenced by Mr. Ki Dong Kim's demonology, and he defines the history of salvation as a confrontation with demon, and interpretation of Bible and history of salvation based on the demonology is identical to the Berea's Bible interpretation insisted by Ki Dong Kim. The darakbang evangelism movement, which focuses on the darakbang's Bible study. Mr. Ryu says that he is conducting darakbang evangelism movement, but in fact, his movement focuses on the darakbang's Bible study, not the movement for pure gospel and evangelization. His Bible study makes existing Christians confused, by brainwashing them into believing only darakbang doctrine, which is unacceptable to the traditional churches. According to the research report of the Presbyterian Church of Korea Tonghap published by the 81st General Meeting, 1995, it held that, even though Mr. Ryu insists that darakbang evangelism movement is only a typical evangelization quite similar to existing churches, missionary works, it is revealed that demonology in his movement commits fallacy and his doctrine makes existing churches and Christians confused, and declared that darakbang evangelism movement shall not be allowed and permitted in ordinary and common churches. Current activity status of darakbang. 1. Remnant movement. Mr. Ryu has been developing another movement called Remnant Movement, in order to widely spread the darakbang evangelism movement, since the darakbang evangelism movement was decided as a heresy and cult by many denominations. Mr. Ryu defines the remnant as a left and remained person who takes responsibility over the dark age and future of country, and he emphasizes the reasonableness and necessity of this movement. 2. RUTC. RUTC means and refers to a Remnant Unity Training Center. RUTC is a word which darakbang frequently uses in their darakbang evangelization movement. Darakbang purchased a piece of land sized as 29.75 hours n. Located at San 53-5, Magok-ri, Hobiopmayan, Icheon-si, Gyeonggi-do, Republic of Korea. This land is for RUTC and now it is in the course of construction. At that place, filled-up pointing triangle assembly facility, filled-up pointing triangle accommodation, filled-up pointing triangle schools, filled-up pointing triangle sports complex and etc. are under construction, and darakbang publicly says that this place will be utilized as a place of cultural exchange for remnants. Also, it is known that RUTC broadcast system is opened and it is broadcasting darakbang sermons, praises and documentaries. 3. World Mission Conventions. Darakbang holds World Mission Conventions and strengthens the unity of members. In the website of World Mission Convention, darak.net, it quotes that, World Mission Convention is a convention for learning history and trend of the darakbang evangelism movement of Mr. Kwang-soo Ryu. 4. Education and social care activity. Darakbang operates alternative schools, such as Remnant Leaders School, which teaches the darakbang ideological doctrines to its students. Also, darakbang established the Remnant Social Welfare Foundation, which makes social care activities for children, teenagers and aged people. In order to educate and train agents specialized to persuade university and college students, darakbang established the Department of College Ministry, hereinafter referred to as DCM, and this organization works in every university and college all over the nation or Korea. Also, darakbang established Beautiful Mission Center at Philippine for tempting students originally from Philippine and overseas students preparing their university life in Philippine into darakbang doctrine. 5. Establishment of OMC. Oneness Mission Club, hereafter referred to as OMC, is established by darakbang, and this OMC supports the darakbang activities and target businesses. This OMC operates and conducts a business to secure finances for darakbang evangelism movement. Darakbang, a member of Revolutionary Presbyterian Church of Korea. Darakbang is a member of a denomination called as RPCK, and this causes serious confusion to Christians, since it seems and sounds a normal Christian denomination. Despite of strong opposition from existing ministers and elders in this denomination, darakbang was welcomed by the RPCK, and celebration service for welcoming darakbang to the denomination was held on June 21, 2011 at Ilsan Kintex. The RPCK made its choice to take darakbang into the denomination. As a result, this denomination has been divided into two parts. 11 Christian denominations published their statements respectively, but the contents were same critical about this choice of RPCK, and several professors in the theology colleges all over the nation made press conferences for opposing the RPCK's decision to take darakbang. The Christian Council of Korea has maintained the membership of RPCK who received darakbang as a proper denomination, and further it released darakbang from the heresy decision in 2012. This caused the birth and establishment of the Communion of Churches in Korea, a new united churches and denominations which decided darakbang as a heresy and/or cult and took their names out of the Christian Council of Korea. At present, darakbang is a major faction in RPCK. In the denomination, the number of darakbang churches occupies 77% in RPCK and 7 members of General Assembly of this RPCK belong to darakbang churches. The full number of General Assembly members is 10. Furthermore, in order to become a minister in RPCK, graduation from darakbang theology school is essential. RPCK's General Assembly approves the Remnant Theology Seminary as an official seminary of RPCK and it approves its financial supports to this school. A school for Mr. Ryu's doctrines became an official seminary of RPCK. Mr. Ryu's darakbang evangelism movement is systematically spreading in a form of Bible study toward workplaces, schools, churches and etc. Also, followers of Mr. Ryu targets Christians in every area, such as social welfare, culture, industry and etc. and their influence has been expanded. In past, Korean churches classified Mr. Ryu's darakbang evangelism movement as a heresy or cult based on theological studies, and their position is still calm. But Mr. Ryu and his darakbang entered into existing denomination and has attempted to be released from decision of heresy or cult. However, the veracity of Mr. Ryu and his darakbang has been continuously suspected and the denominations which decided darakbang as heresy have never changed their position about their decision for darakbang.